What's up guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be playing the Trailmakers Airborne expansion pack. This is going to be a series, so be sure to subscribe so you don't miss the next video. And without any further ado, let's get straight into it.
Across the galaxy, evil robot pirates have been wreaking havoc for years. Looting and plundering planet after planet. One of the pirate ships has landed on a remote cloud world, home of the peaceful bird people known as chirpos. As a trusted trailmaker, you have been dispatched to stop the pirates.
Dear colleague, you are within firing range of the pirate ship. Target locked. Opening fire in 3, 2, 1. Hub reached. Mission status active. Good luck.
Alright, so basically in this game mode we have landed on this planet to help these chirpos free their planet from the robot pirates. As you can see out in the distance, those hot air balloons belong to the enemy pirates. Eventually we're going to be shooting them down and rescuing some stranded chirpos, but for now we're just gonna need to get this guy back home. So how this works is you can enter a build menu and it will give you limited parts to basically build anything you want. So I'm just going to start by placing down a seat and building a basic frame. Now it's going to need a seat for this guy to sit in, a passenger seat. And lastly, it will require an engine for propulsion. So I'll just slap this down right here and get started on the wheels. Alright, so there you go. This is pretty much the most basic car I can build. It doesn't look nice, it doesn't have any suspension, it's barely functional, but it will do. So right up ahead of us is this guy's home, and he's the mayor. Alright, welcome to our fantastic home here in the Skylands. I'm sad to say that things are a bit chaotic with the pirate invasion going on. My chirpos are scattered all over the place, and we need them back in the safety of our town. Some of my sheep herders got scared, and now they're stuck on the lower plateau here. With your building skills, I think you might be able to rescue them. But I think you need a bit more engine power before trying to make that jump. That is definitely true. Luckily, we have a lot of old power cores lying around in the area. Pick them up and upgrade your car. Alright, so basically in this game there aren't really like upgrades to do, it's all free building, so I get to like build whatever I want. So the way to get these power cores is I just need to drive into them and I will collect them. There you go. And what these power cores actually do is they let me add more propulsion and later on in the game weapons. So as you can see right up here, these are my power cores, and I have 1 out of 2 on my car. Each of these small engines take up 1 power core, and now since I have 2 power cores, I can add another engine. As you can see, if I try to add another one, I can't add it because I only have 2 power cores right now. So I think that 2 engines would be enough to make this jump, but I'm just going to get some more power cores because we definitely are going to need them later on in the game. Alright, there you go. That's the third one. Well, second one actually. You start with one power core. Otherwise you can't really build a car to get the mayor home. Alright, so another one is right there. And to get there I'm going to need to take these bridges. And there you go. Now, as we saw, I think there are 4 chirpos there. Yeah. Okay, so as of now, I only have 1 passenger seat, so I can't really fit those 4 chirpos into my car. So I'm going to need to add more seats and extend the length of my car. Actually, now that I'm looking at it, I think it would be better to go wide, because the longer your car is, the easier it is to flip over, since its wheelbase is not wide enough to keep it stable. So instead of doing this, I'm going to go for more of a square shape. Alright, there you go. I think this is a better frame for stability of the vehicle, and it also leaves this little slot in the back here for me to add the extra engines I got. Alright, there you go. 4 out of 4 power cores and 4 seats. Let's go get those chirpos. Whoa, I missed the ramp a bit, but it worked. Alright, there you go. Oh, whoops. Oh my god, okay. We're definitely going to be fixing this car up a bit in the future, but for now, since these are all the parts I have, this is what we're gonna have to work with. And there you go, safely delivered home. I'm giving you an inflatable balloon block. It will let you build a simple airship. Now you should be able to fly to the other islands. Some of my chirpos are stranded there. Build an airship and see if you can reach them. Then bring them back to me. But don't stray too far. The pirates are patrolling the skies. And so far they have shot at everything in sight. Alright. So, I can use the mayor's airship, but I think I'm going to build my own. And I'm going to finally be able to fly, which is going to be really helpful, since, you know, this map is literally floating islands. Alright, I think that this is definitely going to be a long building process, so it is time-lapse time. Alright, I think that this is good for the main airship. As you can see, this is aerodynamically very bad, but I don't really have any aerodynamic pieces right now, so I can't really do anything about that. I think it's time to paint it up and then let's see how it functions. Alright, this is the fully painted version. As you can see, I made a few changes. I completely forgot to add seats for the chirpos to actually sit in, and then to compensate for the added weights, I added one more inflatable balloon on each side, so now hopefully this thing can actually fly. Let's test it out. Alright, there you go. Rises really well and lowers really well. Pretty stable. Let's see if it can go forward. Alright, there you go. It works. If you look into the bottom left corner, you can see the speedometer. This thing isn't very fast, but it can fly, and that's pretty much all we need right now. Now, on my way to the chirpos, I am going to get a few of these power cores, because power cores are always good. I can add a few more thrusters as well to make this fast, and hopefully add in reverse, because right now I can only go forward. So if I overshoot the power core, like I just did right now, I can't really go backwards. Ooh, I still need to get the hang of this. It's pretty hard to fly. Oh wow, this is really hard to fly actually. I might need to make a few changes, as well as finding out how inflated these balloons exactly need to be for this to stay neutral in the air. Okay, this is really hard. I'm just gonna get this power core with my car and hopefully learn how to actually fly this thing. Finally, that took a lot longer than it should have. Alright. No. Alright, it is really hard to fly this thing right now, so I'm just going to make a few control changes and hopefully that will help. First of all, these two thrusters up front will not be controlled by the joystick, they will be controlled by the up button. And these ones at the back, my turning thrusters, will also be controlled by the buttons instead of the joystick. And I think these balloons are fine as they are. Let's see if this makes any difference. The main problem right now is that these balloons don't really have a perfect weight to set them to keep myself neutral in the air. They're always either too inflated or too deflated. I can't really hover in the air. Oh, never mind. Maybe I found it. I am going slightly up, but this is about as close to hovering as I'll get. Alright, I'm definitely going to make my airship better in the future. Alright, I've been trying to get those power cores for quite a while now and I'm not having any luck, so I think maybe we don't need these balloons in the middle actually. I'm going to try deleting them to see if this will help. Yes, that is much better. Now I can control my ascend and descend much better. It's much slower and way less jerky. Also, one thing that I learned is that when you're in the air, you can actually exit your vehicle and walk around it. I did not know that this was a thing, and that's actually pretty cool. Oh no. It's times like these when reverse would have been useful. And that's why I want this power core. Alright, I think it's finally time to get this power core. And there you go. Alright, now that we're finally done with that, we can go pick up those chirpos. And there you go, your rescuer has arrived. So before we go back, I'm just going to get this chest right here. These chests spawn around the map and they contain various building parts which are very useful for improving our builds. Alright, there you go, a camera block. Some parts are useful and some parts are not useful. For example, a camera block isn't really that useful in a game like this because camera blocks just let you see your builds from various different angles. Wherever you attach the camera block, you can then see through the camera, but that's not very useful for getting chirpos back. Also, be sure to stick around and keep watching the video because later on we are definitely going to be fighting these pirate balloons once we get our first gun. And there you go, that time is right now. Now before we accept the next mission, I'm just going to make a few changes to my airship here. First of all, I'm going to add turning thrusters in the front as well so we can have tank steering, and that will really help because right now the steering is a bit iffy. Next, of course, I'm going to add our new gun to the ship, but I completely forgot the fact that you need power cores for weapons as well. So those two new thrusters I added have to go. Alright, there you go. We now have a gun on our ship. There you go, you can see it firing. Definitely has a lot of recoil, but I think we're going fast enough to handle that much recoil. Okay, it's time to accept the mission now. Oh no, I just got word that one of our airplanes has been shot down by a pirate balloon. Mount a smart cannon on your airship, already ahead of you. Then teach that scoundrel a lesson. Alright. Oh, and don't forget to pick up the crashed chirpos. Of course. Alright, it's finally time for some action. Now, I believe these are the easiest enemies in the game, so I will not have any trouble at all fighting these. But be sure to stick around for the later videos because those enemies kinda get insane. Alright, there you go, that's one done. Moving on to the next one. There you go. And the good thing about this being a smart cannon is that it has some auto aim. Otherwise I'd have to aim it myself, and aiming in Trailmakers is really hard. So I'm glad for the auto aim. There you go, you can see that the pirate balloons shoot back, but like I said, they're literally the easiest enemy in the game, so they did not get a single shot on me. And there you go. Now it's time to rescue these chirpos. Oh yeah, there you go. There are 8 chirpos now instead of the 4 that we were rescuing before. So luckily I added 9 seats onto my craft, so I definitely can pick these up. And there you go, with 1 seat to spare. Now let's get these back to town. But first, I'm just gonna get this treasure chest over here. Hopefully it contains something good this time. Oh, whoops. Alright, bit of a rocky landing, but at least we got the chest. And it contained a grid block, which is actually pretty useful because they're pretty much the same as the standard 1x2 blocks, but I believe they're lighter, so they will definitely be useful for flying vehicles. Now I'm going to get these home. Oh, never mind, I see another chest right there under the tree. It's always good to get chests because you never know when you're going to get a really useful item. You can also get items by completing missions. The mayors will give them to you, but treasure chests sometimes contain items that you just cannot get from missions. Alright, there you go, another grid block, a longer one this time. That is going to be very useful, so I'm definitely glad I stopped by here. Oh yeah, there's also a map. So the map obviously shows you the world, but it also shows you some power cores and chests that are near you. Now in order for these to actually pop up on the minimap, you need to pass by them. If you didn't pass by them, they won't show up. Otherwise that would just be way too broken. I can just loot this entire area because I know where everything is. So if you go near one of the power cores, it will show up on the minimap, and it will also show up on the bar that is at the top of the screen. Alright, amazing work, Trailmaker. It's great to have all my chirpos back in town again. Alright, I think that's the last mission of this mayor. We need to put an end to this pirate invasion. Oh, this is their base. I really hoped it wouldn't come to this. But the only way is to assemble the ancient chirpo weapon again. Here, this is my slice of the weapon. You should go help out all the other mayors in the world. They each hold one of the 6 slices. Great shooting. Alright, so that just gave us a lot of new information. And a new thruster. And aerodynamics. Wow, that was really good. Alright, so basically, we're trying to assemble an ancient chirpo weapon to get rid of these pirates once and for all. And apparently there are 6 slices to the weapon, and each mayor holds one of them, so there are going to be 6 mayors with various different challenges. Now remember, this is only the first video, so if you find this video a bit anticlimactic, remember that the next mayor has a lot more action in store. From what I've heard, there are 2 new enemies in that area, and we are going to be fighting them in the next video. Now, before I go to the other island in the next video, I'm just going to finish looting this place up. But for now, I'm going to end the video here. Remember to like and subscribe, and see you next time. Oh my god, now that is a huge island. This is definitely going to be an interesting journey.